Hi, I'm Sammy. A few weeks ago, I got brought into the RSPCA to live here until they helped me find a nice new family. I was sad at first, but now life's great. There are lots of nice people to help pat me and cuddle me and play with me, and all the other dogs.
One of the previous managers here called a public meeting of people who would like to volunteer with the RSPCA to work with either the dogs or the cats. And of course, since then, the program has expanded to rabbits and birds and horses and whatever other animals we've got up here. The program is called the Tender Loving Care Program, and it's to encourage people to volunteer to come up here or to work in adoption and just simply be with the dogs, to interact with the dogs and give them basic training and love, cuddles. It's very fulfilling to see the dogs gradually coming out of their shells, gradually learning to trust humans again, and it's really very, very rewarding.
Sometimes when I'm playing, I can hear cats. Grrr. I know they're around here somewhere.
I actually saw, I think it was an ad in one of the papers for an orientation day for the RSPCA. So I came along with about 60 other people and got all the information about what's involved in the different areas that people can volunteer in. And a couple of weeks later got my letter, which I was very pleased to get, to say yes, I've been accepted. And then started working with the cats and the kittens from there. So usually I'll start with perhaps one or two of the cats in sales who need a bit of extra TLC. The kittens I work with quite a lot, especially the ones that are shy, who need to come out of their shells a bit, who may have perhaps had a bad start and need a reassurance that not all human beings are bad.
There's some really nice gardens here. The grass is so green and there's some great smells to get my nose stuck into.
It would be coming on for 2 years now that I decided I used to do different kind of volunteering before, but I needed my animal fix, so the RSPCA was the solution. When I originally came, I was interested in doing handyman work. I just pop in from home, be it for a day, an hour or whatever, and just get it done. I've done tiling, I've done paving, fence repair, spray painting, concreting, shed erection. Yeah, fixing doors, you name it, if it needs doing and I can do it, it gets done. So that's basically the way I treat it. I actually wanted to be a carpenter, but I became an electrician, then a soldier, then I went into telecommunications. So it's another void in my life that I'm filling, my unfulfilled dream of using these hands for whatever.
Something I really love is when my bed gets washed. It comes back so clean and comfy. It smells good.
Well, I'm retired, so I wanted something else to do in life, and I've been in the health industry, so I didn't want to continue in that way. I thought walking dogs would be really great, until I got here and saw the mountain of washing. I get a lot of satisfaction out of doing something that I know is very important. Volunteering is an important part of a lot of different companies, and I just get a lot of satisfaction knowing that I'm helping in some way.
It's so interesting here. Every day it seems like there's new things arriving. Sometimes I hear things getting dropped off.
I come in twice a week. I come in on Tuesdays and do the town run, or rather shop run we call it. That involves going around the 5 RSPCA shops in Adelaide. They're at Prospect, Semaphore, Brighton, Blackwood and Warradale. Yeah, I remember them. And what I do is I collect goods that have been donated that will be suitable for the Lonsdale shelter, so that could include things like blankets, food, etc. I've always had an interest in the RSPCA and donated and been a member, but I felt I could do a little bit more. I think it's a pleasure coming here, and it's not like work. You actually want to come here and you feel compelled to come to do the job, and I think that's nice.
I know there must be a lot more to this place than I see. Sometimes I wonder what else the humans get up to.
My name is Lara. I'm the Volunteer Coordinator for RSPCA South Australia. I've been working with the RSPCA for nearly 5 years now, and I've been the Volunteer Coordinator for about 8 months. We cost $4.5 million a year to run. We apply every year for a government grant for $660,000. That money goes straight to our inspectorate and our prosecution cases, and the rest of the money we have to get from the general public. So we need to fundraise the money. We get the money from donations and bequests mainly. Here at our Lonsdale Animal Shelter, we had, about 12 months ago, we had 42 cats seized from a lady in Adelaide, and those cats have been solely cared for by one full-time staff member and 18 volunteers. So without those volunteers, we wouldn't have been able to give them the level of care that they've received. We have volunteer foster carers who help us out as well. They take home for us animals that have come into the shelter and give them a temporary home. You can do foster care on a short-term or a long-term basis. Short-term foster care usually involves things like litters of puppies and kittens, or perhaps animals that are recovering from surgery. Whereas our longer-term foster carers are people who help us out with our prosecution animals. Not everyone likes to do hands-on contact with the animals here at RSPCA. People quite often like to do other things like bedding or gardening or maintenance or work in one of our thrift shops. So they're still helping the RSPCA, but they don't have the hands-on contact with the animals. So we have 130 thrift shop volunteers that help us out, so that's a good area for them to get involved in. Our fundraising volunteers help us out in lots of different areas, including selling lottery tickets for us. They also volunteer at our biggest fundraising events like Million Paws Walk and Happy Tails Day. Million Paws Walk is our biggest fundraising event of the year. It's a national event. It's been held at Elder Park for the last couple of years, and we also have a few smaller walks that we hold at Port Augusta and Port Lincoln. This year we had over 6,000 people come along to the walk, where they choose from a 2 or a 5k walk along the River Torrens. The last Million Paws Walk we raised about $140,000, so it's a pretty big day for us. It's a lot of organisation, and we wouldn't be able to do it without the help of our 150 volunteers who come along on the day.
Hey, guess what? Today I got picked up by my new family. They're great. I wonder where I'll be living. I am going to miss everyone here though, all the people that have cared for me and my new doggy friends. I've had so much fun and feel so much better. Thanks RSPCA. I can't wait to see what's in store next.